Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our first lecture on interpersonal skills, and this is the introduction. Today we are going to talk about what are the interpersonal skills and what are different features associated to it. So here we go. We would see first of all that what are the interpersonal skills. So these refer to the set of abilities which enable a person to interact positively and effectively in any context and with any kind of group of people, whether this is the professional space or the personal space. In both spaces, the interpersonally effective people are able to manage the things and they are able to interact with the people effectively. Interpersonal skills are also referred to as the life skills that we use in everyday life to communicate and interact with the people at different levels. Either that is the face to face at an individual level, or that would be in groups in small numbers or as well as in large numbers. So, people, this is also being seen and referred to in various studies that people who have worked on developing strong interpersonal skills, they are usually more successful in both their professional and personal lives. Interpersonal skills are also being referred to as the skills through those the people could interact properly and successfully with others. And interpersonal skills also include everything from communication and listening skills to attitude and behavior. Means there is a wide range of the skills which come under this heading interpersonal skills, and there are different people who used to see different kinds of sub skills. Actually, you could say that interpersonal skills are the combinations of various skills that we would see and we would do in this course. And this is also being seen that the interpersonal skills, in fact, the good interpersonal skills, they are a prerequisite for many kinds of positions that you wanted to achieve in your organization. If you possess the interpersonal skills, definitely you could achieve those positions. So currently these interpersonal skills are quite abstract to you. You don't know what are those. So we are going to move ahead and we would be exploring what does that involve. But before exploring the interpersonal skills, there are different definitions. Different people define interpersonal skills in their own ways, and you would be looking at these definitions. That some see interpersonal skills as the skills which the people need in order to communicate effectively with people, and some see. So there are also different core areas and different sub skills associated with interpersonal skills, and different people tend to see the different kinds of sub skills as a part of interpersonal skills. We are going to see, like, some people, they see that self-awareness is the most important prerequisite for interpersonal skills. If you want to be a successful interpersonal communicator, you need to possess the self-awareness. Means you need to know, you need to be aware about your own self, you need to be aware about your own skills, about your own potentials, and only knowing your own self would lead you to know others. So that's something, self-awareness, which would lead you towards other awareness. And other awareness, getting to know about other people, getting to know about other people's skills, their potentials, that is very, very much important if you want to be successful at both ends. So this self-awareness would be taken up in much detail. We would do a detailed study and discussion of self-awareness. I would provide you the notes on that and we would discuss that, because that's going to lead you towards exploring more of the interpersonal skills. The next ability, which is seen to be an important part of interpersonal skills, is effective listening. So I hope you remember that we had already taken up this topic of listening skills and active listening and critical listening and many different kinds of listening, and what kinds of listenings are needed in what kind of situations, and what are different barriers which lead to listening skills, and how to improve your listening. So these are the things that we already had done in our previous course of business communication. So I hope you know that. If you don't know, you just try to get a recall of that, because that's very important. An interpersonally effective person need to have a good listening, good ears to understand others. Next is questioning. So the ability to use the kinds of questions that would maximize the relevant knowledge. the relevant information. That is very much important. So getting to know how to raise the relevant questions and how to gather the relevant information. That is also the kind of a technique and a skill, and this is also needed to be there, and which is also there in an interpersonally effective communicator. Next, moving ahead, the oral communication. So, if you know how to communicate successfully in any oral exchange with different kinds of people who belong to different kinds of groups, that's also a skill. And you already are aware of that. We already had done the communication network and the communication barriers and the different aspects of communication and the process of communication. So, get a recall of that too, because we are not going to take that up again because we had already done it. So this is also very much essential, and that's a part of interpersonal skills. The next thing which is important is helping or facilitating. If you know how to help others and how to get help of others, then it means that you are a successful communicator and you possess the good interpersonal skills. And if you know how to facilitate others and how to get the facilitation, that's also a skill which comes under the range of interpersonal skills. Reflecting is very much important. So this is a kind of a thing which is related to psychology, the discipline of psychology, because that most of the time is inside the mind, where you reflect upon different incidents, different events, different happenings, and then you evaluate the things, evaluate the happenings, evaluate the people, evaluate yourself. And you must also be able to present those reflections to others as well. So these are important, and these must be there in any interpersonal effective communicator. If you want to be a successful interpersonal communicator, then definitely you need to improve the technical skill too. Then moving ahead, there is assertiveness. So being assertive is an important interpersonal skill for interactions in all domains. Asserting oneself can serve many different communicative functions, including knowing the expression to use clearly and openly, and avoidance of negative conflict. An assertive person is the one who is able to voice his opinions, raise his voice clearly and openly, without any ambiguity, without any doubt. And he's the one who always avoids who always try to avoid, and he's always successful to avoid the negative conflicts. So these are the things which